welcome back to my channel. My name is Pam and today's video is going to be the most disappointing books of 2019. So in 2019 I've read a lot of books. A lot of them I absolutely loved, a lot of them I really enjoyed, and some of them were disappointing, really, because I had either high expectation or I thought I would enjoy it and I just didn't, or I still had hope for an author and just, yeah, it didn't work out. So let's get started. So the first book is Sky in the Deep by Adrienne Young. I was really excited for this. I thought that the premise was really intriguing. I never read any book about Vikings, and I was really intrigued, and I thought it would be like really gruesome and, you know, like really action-packed and full of battles and strategy stuff going on. You know, I was really excited for that. But yeah, I pretty much forget all about it right after I read it. It was forgettable and I was just not enjoying myself. I was really pushing through. I listened to it on audio, and thank God, because I think if I did read it like physically, I would have even finished it. Yeah, it was really boring. Didn't have a lot of action going on. There was this weird romance that I didn't care for. Yeah, it was just a big disappointment, and that's sad because I really wanted to love this book, but I didn't. Next is Barbery Station by R.E. Stearns. I was so excited for this because this premise sounds so freaking cool. It follows two lesbians, space pirates, going on this ship, and there's an AI that's A-wired, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm so excited. It's set in space, there's space pirates, lesbian space pirates, and there's an AI. I just love AI characters so freaking much, and even more when they're like murderous and like schemy. I love them so freaking much. I think it's so interesting. And oh god, it was boring. It was so freaking boring. Like, I didn't care for the romance at all. Okay, the characters are already in a relationship, which is not always something that I really enjoy. I like having this like tension, you know, between those two characters. Are they going to end up together or not? And it's just like, yeah, I like that. And they were already in a committed relationship, and I was just like, okay, we'll see what's gonna happen. And I was looking for the AI, and I was just like, where is he? I'm reading, and he's just not there. And the AI character appears like in the last 100 pages of this book. And this book is a chunk, okay? This book is like 435 pages. So there's like 330 pages of just them trying to get on the ship and like their relation. It was just so boring, so boring. I listened to it on audiobook, and thank God again, because I don't think I would have finished it otherwise. I pushed through because I wanted to meet the AI, so I pushed through, and when we met them, I was just like, that's it? Okay. Boring. There's a second book. I don't plan on reading it at all. Yeah, big disappointment for this. Big. I think it's my biggest one. Next is a series. It's a duology, and that is The Star-Touched Queen and A Crown of Wishes by Roshani Chokshi. I had those books on my TBR for like the longest, and I decided to pick them up this year. The first one is a retelling of Persephone and Hades. I really love this story. I think this story is really intriguing, and I like retellings, so it's just like, okay, that's gonna be perfect, you know. Let's read it. And oh boy, I didn't care for the romance at all. At all. I hated them together. Ugh, I hated them together. And the prince is just like, is he a prince? Is he a king? I can't even remember. But it was boring. It was really boring. And I just didn't care for them. And I just didn't care for the land. I didn't care for anything in this story. And I just forgot about it like right away when I finished it. I was like, oh God. Again, another audiobook chance, because I would have not finished it. Again with this one too, A Crown of Wishes. This one follows a character that is mentioned in this one, but yeah, when she's like older, and again another romance that I didn't care for. I thought the magic system was kind of confusing, and yeah. So I really, it's so sad because I really want to love those books. I really want to love Roshani Chakshi's writing style. You know, I really wanted to love those books, but I just didn't. Okay? They're disappoint. I was disappointed. I was. I did read the first two books in the Urusha Quartet by Roshani Chakshi, which is a middle grade series, and I absolutely love those books. So maybe I love her middle grade stuff more than her YA. I'll see. I have another book by her on my TBR, The Gilded Wolves, I think it's the title. I'm gonna give it a try. But yeah, those books are just, yeah, just so sad. I wanted to love those books. Next is Cold Spell by Jackson Pierce. I read Sweetly by Jackson Pierce, a Hansel and Gretel retelling, back in 2016 or 17, I would say. And another disappointment. I was just like, oh, the ending was flat. The plot was confusing. I didn't care for the characters. But I like retellings, you know? So before I read Sweetly, I did bought this. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it another shot. And this one is about the Snow Queen. And yeah, disappoint. Again, the ending was really boring and just not up to the action that was going on. Like, the action was really great. I really love this plot more than the Sweetly plot. I really love this plot. I didn't care for the characters, but I did love the plot. And the ending was just like flat and boring compared to the plot. So yeah, another disappointing book. I thought I would at least give it like maybe that would have enjoyed it. Like, I would change the ending for sure. For sure I would change the ending. The ending like was what killed it for me. So I'm not gonna read any Jackson Pierce books. And finally, we have The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. This was a book that I had such high expectation. I really want to love it. It's about this magical land, this magical forest. It's supposed to be like really creepy, and there's fairy tales, stories, and I was just like, oh my god, yes, this is gonna be so good. This is gonna be really great. How can I explain this book? The main character is an annoying brat. I hate her so much. Ugh, I hate her. The only character that I cared for, yeah, something happened to that character, and I was really mad. I was just like, I wanted to give up and just not finish this book, but I did. I pushed through. I finished it. And I don't think I'm gonna read the second book. I don't think I will. This was a letdown. This was not magical. This was not creepy. This was not like fairy tale-esque. It was just boring and forgettable. I forget about everything that happens in this book. And I think, I'm pretty sure, we get to the Hazelwood, the title of this book. We get there at the very end, like the last 70 to 100 pages. All the other books is like going on the way to there. I wanted to be in the Hazelwood like in the first 50 pages. But no, that didn't happen. So, big disappointment. I thought I would like this book and I didn't. So this is it, guys. This is the most disappointing books of 2019 for me. I'm really happy with the amount of books that I was disappointed with. It's only 6 out of 94 or 95 books that I've read this year. So it's a pretty great number. So that means I've read really great books this year. Really great. Let me know in the comments which book was your most disappointing read of 2019. I would like to know it. And I'll see you in a new video. Bye!